Hey, what is going on, guys? Today I'm sharing with you my top 5, but we're just saying top 5 because it sounds good for a YouTube video title. We're actually doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Assetto Corsa classic cars. So these are going to be basically more road cars. You're not going to have like classic F1 cars in here or anything. These are more road pedestrian cars. Maybe like, actually I don't know, there isn't really, I mean there's like a few like race spec ones kinda, but it's pretty loose on that end. They're mostly just classic, not as known cars. I think a lot of these are really cool. By less known, I mean in Assetto Corsa modding, not like no one knows what these cars are. So just sit back, relax. We have a super cool video for you today, a super cool bunch of mods. So let's get right into number 1 on the list. Number 1 on the list is 1970s Ford Mustangs. This is actually a pack of them. You have the Ford Mustang Boss Races, and you also have some Mach 1s on here, so if you want the more road car variants. I'm going to go with the Boss 429R from 1970. Ladies and gentlemen, this race car has 537 brake horsepower, 641 newton meters of torque, and it weighs 1,700 kilograms. This is your classic American V8 screaming, gas-guzzling car, and it is just, it's a Mustang, man. It's just beautiful. It sounds amazing. And if you like classic muscle cars, this will be a no-brainer download. You probably already downloaded it already. You can find this one in the link in the description below. Number 2 on this list is the Alfa Romeo Giulia TZ, and also what comes with it is the TZ Stradale. The Stradale is the road-going version of the 60s GT Alfa Romeo Giulia, and we're going to be going with the regular TZ, so the racing spec one, I guess. 177 brake horsepower, 177 newton meters of torque, but it only weighs 660 kilograms, so you still got some power under your foot, and you can make this thing slide. And of course, on the vintage racing tires, this thing is just slippery, it is fun, and if you like front engine European classics, GT classics, I guess I should preface with, then this one will be right up your alley. Driving this one around the historic Kunos Monza circuit in Assetto Corsa is an experience that you will definitely enjoy because it is a period correct car, or 60s car on the 60s track. It's just so nice, and it fits perfectly with content that I am 99% sure you have, because I assume pretty much all of you have the DLC for the game. You could find this one in the link in the description below. Number 3 on this list is the Toyota Sera, and this comes in 3 different specs. You have the Toyota Sera, the Toyota Sera TRD, which is a more souped-up version of the Toyota, but is still factory pretty much. But then you have the Toyota Sierra GT, which is a full-on time attack Toyota Sierra. So if that's what you're into, then that one is on here as well. But we're actually just going to be going with the regular bog standard Toyota Sierra for this one. If you love Toge stuff, this one will be right up your alley. 105 brake horsepower, 128 newton meters of torque, and it weighs 930 kilograms. While this thing isn't going to be sliding around on you, and you're going to be struggling to get down the power by any means, it's definitely an interesting car to drive and hard to master as well. I think you can definitely have some fun laps on some good tracks, like some more club-focused tracks, not like Le Mans or anything like that. You can find this one in the link in the description below. I highly recommend you give this one an install. Number 4 on this list is the Peugeot 504. Now, sadly, I will give a disclaimer right off the bat. There is one big fundamental issue with this car, and you're probably wondering or noticing, The distinct lack of sound in the background. Sadly, the external sounds for this mod are broken, but the interior ones are still perfectly intact and they sound great, so I don't know what's going on with the exterior stuff, but the interior still works great. So if you're just driving around in cockpit cam, which I assume pretty much all of you are, and you're not like big into replays or anything like that, this one will still work fine. But again, thought I should give a little disclaimer. This thing has 95 brake horsepower, 137 newton meters of torque, and it weighs 1,200 kilograms. This is basically just your 60s, family sedan from Europe, and it's really fun on the racetrack, surprisingly enough. You feel a lot of the body roll in this thing, so if you haven't really felt that in a while, or somehow ever, then this one will be a very unique experience for you. So I think there's a lot of fun to be had with this, even with its shortcoming of the exterior sounds. So link in the description below. Number 5 on this list is the Lancia Fulva. This one comes with both the 1.6 HF, I don't know what the HF means, and then the S1 version. We're going to be focusing on the S1 version because this is your 60s GT racing machine. Ladies and gentlemen, 213 brake horsepower, 233 newton meters of torque, and it weighs just 825 kilograms. This will be a car that I think I'm going to keep coming back to for both videos as well as just on my own leisure, because this thing is just so fun to drive. It's not as unique, I would say. I feel like there's a few other like classic GT cars kind of in this like category that feel similar, but it's just really fun, and the car mod itself is great. So it's front wheel drive as well, if that's anything. So super cool, super fun. Link in the description below. For number 6 on this list, we are throwing it back to Alfa Romeo, this time for the 1970 Alfa Romeo GTAM, whatever you want to call it. This was yet again another GT racer, and kind of like the Lancia that we just talked about, this one is just super cool and fun, and I don't know, I like cars like this, so if you don't like classic GT stuff, this might not really be for you, but I know it definitely is for me, and even if it's not, I would still give these cars a try because they are great fun. 220 brake horsepower, 272 newton meters of torque, all of that coming in a 940 kilogram package. This one, just like the Lancia, is quick, it is fun, it is grippy but also slidey. It's just classic GT cars. So again, for like the 3rd time now, if you like this type of stuff, this will be a must-have. If not, still try it, because not only 1, you might like it, but 2, it's just a really cool mod to have. Link in the description below. And finally, for number 7 on this list, we are throwing it over to the Brits. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the 1964 Austin Mini Cooper S. Now, there are 2 versions of this. There's the 1000 Group 2 variant, as well as the FIA Historic Racing one. I'm going to be taking a look at the FIA Historic Racing one for this video. 125 brake horsepower, 148 newton meters of torque, and it just weighs 620 kilograms. It's a small, light little Mini Cooper, and it's just a great vintage race car. I'm throwing this one around Goodwood in the gameplay, and that one fits to a T. So if you don't have the Goodwood circuit, go check out my best track mods video of September. We have that circuit down there, as well as a bunch of super cool other unique circuits. And I guess go check out all the previous months as well if you haven't seen those. Tons of mods for you to download and install. Small little plug. But yeah, Mini Cooper, it's just fast. Well, it's not fast, but it's fast for its time. I feel like so repetitive because a lot of these cars are very similar, I will be honest. but they're all unique in their own ways, and I think they're all cool in their own ways as well. So link in the description below. Just download this one, especially if you like the British stuff, the Mini Cooper stuff. You have a ton of British tracks, then this one will be right at home. So yeah, that's all I have for you guys in this video. I'm sorry if this is a little bit of a rambly mess. I'm pretty tired, I'm not gonna lie, but the show must go on. So thank you guys for watching. I will endure. And yeah, link down below to my league, Real Life Esports. By the time this video is coming out, the first event for the league, F3 at Red Bull Ring, has already passed. I live streamed that. Actually, I probably will be live streaming it later today, and actually I guess if you catch this video as soon as it comes out, you can still join up on the server and race. But if it's about like 10-12 hours after it's posted, then yeah, it will have already happened. But if you're watching this when it comes out, notification squad or whatever, I will be streaming later today, so stay tuned for that if you want to. Enough rambling. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you all in the next one. Have a good one, guys.